Miller Elementary to come and lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, let us have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Students from Miller Elementary, can you come forward, please? We have several guests with us today, and we're going to begin at this time. We're going to ask Houston County High Principal, Dr. Doug Reiser, if you will introduce your guest, please.
Well, it's an honor to be here at board. Appreciate having you guys last night as well at Houston County High School. I would have Miss Boudreaux with us. She was our Teacher of the Year, but she is very ill, and so we wish her a speedy recovery. But Miss Boudreaux is one of many outstanding teachers at Houston County High School. She's an LSU graduate. She works in our social studies department. I tell you what I love about Miss Boudreaux, a couple things is any athlete at Houston County High School is going to tell you that when they're out there on the field participating, whether it's softball, soccer, baseball, it doesn't matter, you can always hear this little voice. Everybody says I have a distinct voice. You can always hear Miss Boudreaux cheering on our boys and girls. She's a wonderful lady, and we are very thankful to have her at Houston County High School. With me today, I have Shane McCullough. Shane, or we like to call him Mac, as a senior linebacker for us at Hoco. He's a captain. He's played football for 4 years at Houston County High School, 3 years varsity, honorable mention all-region, participates in track. He's a member of DECA, plays first place in principles of marketing and business management. Very involved with his church. Both his mom and dad are our pastors, and he and I have had some discussions about that. And he's able to maintain an A average with AP and honor classes, and he's a former Lake Joy Elementary student of mine. He was a role model student then, and he continues that today at Houston County High School. Shane McCullough. I've also had with me Nevada Samapan, and Nevada, I was just laughing about Nevada because she doesn't sell herself, but she is a very gifted young lady. 2390 on her SAT, 35 on her ACT. She's an FBLA member for 6 years. She served as the state secretary, part of the Historical Society, won Best Economics in the division for the state fair. She was invited to the Governor's Honor Program. She attended Yale this summer in astrophysics. She was one of only 28 students in the world invited. Won first place in the nation, FBLA, Emerging Business Issues. She scored 5 5s on AP exams, and she's taking 12 AP classes and all honor classes. She was elected to homecoming court. She won Miss Houston County High School this past year. She has a 4.0 GPA with a weighted GPA of 101. Nevada.
Thank you. Next, we will have Bonnie Elementary Principal, Mr. Willis Jones. If you will introduce your guest, please.
Thank you. Board of Education, we're glad to be here. Thanks so much for inviting us. I have with me today Miss Mary G. Mary is our Teacher of the Year at Bonnie Elementary. She has been teaching for 32 years, 16 of them at Bonnie Elementary. I think 3 more in the county and Houston County as well, so 19 total in Houston County and 32 overall. Her husband Frank have 3 daughters. Bless their hearts. One of them is getting married October 1st this year. She loves to read in her spare time, if she has any. Has 3 dogs, and she loves to play with them. So, Miss Mary G. Also have Kason Bone. He's one of our 5th grade students. Kason is in our GTE class, 5th grade. Loves to play video games. Also likes soccer. He played upward soccer last year. I think he's going to play for CGSA soccer this coming year. Loves to read, spend time with his grandparents. Has 3 dogs. One's a golden doodle, one's a Maltese, and one's a Yorkie. Casey says he loves the beach at Destin and is looking forward to going to the Bahamas this November. Hope you'll still love Destin Beach when you get back. And our last is Jasmine Button. Jasmine is also a 5th grade student at Bonner Elementary. She's a member of the Partners Club at Bonaire. She is also part of our students that were selected to be trained on thinking facts. So we had our teachers trained last year. This year we're training our students, and the students are going to re-deliver to their grade levels. Those students that were selected for the training. She's already been through that. She plays tennis, likes tennis, loves to draw and write. She also loves to read with her sister to their pet albino guinea pig. She has lived in Japan, been to Singapore and the Philippines, and she says she has also been to Florida. That's Miss Jasmine.
Next we have from Miller Elementary Principal, Mrs. Elizabeth Johnson, if you will introduce your guest, please.
Good afternoon. We bring you greetings from Miller Elementary, the home of the mighty Rockets. Miller Elementary has great students, an awesome staff, and 2 students that I brought with me today, they actually have matriculated their entire elementary years at Miller. Out of our 92 5th graders, 25 met that criteria. And so I want you to meet 2 of my outstanding Rockets today. First, I have Mr. Adam Peachy. Adam is a 5th grade honor student. While at Miller, he has been involved in the 4th grade quiz bowl, chorus, the cooking club, and student council. Adam's hobbies include playing basketball, football, and baseball. His goal in life is to attend Yale University, and he wants to become a Major League Baseball player. So you're looking at the next great baseball player. The other outstanding Rocket I have with me is Miss Kaylin Grover. Miss Kaylin is an honored 5th grade student. While at Miller, she has been involved in chorus for the past 3 years. Currently, will be in chorus again this year. She's been a member of our Blazers dance team. She's been a part of the science club, and she also participated in our 4th grade quiz bowl. Caitlin's hobbies include playing softball, cheerleading, and watching YouTube. Her goal in life is to attend Harvard University, and she hopes to become a teacher, a scientist, or a fashion designer. And our last outstanding Rocket is my super awesome teacher of the year, Miss Sue McDonald. Miss McDonald is our music teacher. She's been at Miller since 2008. She represents Miller well with our music program. She exposes our students to all types of genres of music, as well as musical instruments. She is sponsoring our chorus, which usually averages about 70 students. And our chorus has been, some of the things that they participated in are our Sacred Heart Fall Festival, the Houston County Health Center. They participated in singing at local nursing homes, the City of Warner Robins Christmas tree lighting. They've also been honored guests at the Governor's Mansion, and they annually participated in our county honor chorus, and she even had agreed to go to the statewide honor course. Our parents love for her, and the art teachers collaborate every year. They put on wonderful productions for each grade level throughout the year, and we are just so blessed to have her as part of our Miller family. So we are delighted to be here, and thank you for having us.
Principal, Mr. Brett Wallace, you will introduce your guest.
Yes, sir. I'm very fortunate and honored to be the chief warrior, and we have 800 outstanding students, and Ms. Morton wouldn't let me bring 800 of them, so I've got 2 of them. First we got Ms. Candy Jernigan. Ms. Jernigan is an 8th grade student, an honor student. She's involved in junior beta and soccer, also National History Day. She will be leaving us after this year and going to Bear Down with Dr. Reiser. She's the youngest. She's got 3 older brothers that were warriors before her, and she is one of the 2 outstanding students. Our next outstanding student, Cameron Stewart. He is an 8th grade honor student who also participates in football, basketball, and track, and also National History Day. Now, he will be going to Warner Robins High with Mr. McCook after this year. And he's got one little sister, and interesting enough, it's the outstanding student from Miller Elementary. So, that tells you a lot about their family. And then we've got an outstanding teacher, Miss Amy Bagwell. Ms. Bagwell is a little dog in the middle. When I asked her how long she's been with Warner Robins Middle, she says 20 plus years. She teaches language arts and honors. She also does 4-H. And a little tidbit, she is the niece of Warner Robins Middle School's second principal, Larry Peck. So she is the reigning queen of the Warriors. We're very honored to be here. Thank you.
We're going to ask from Family Promise, Mr. Dave Brazel, if you will come forward at this time and address the board of the audience.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Dr. Scott, members of the board, we really appreciate you allowing us to give a short presentation about Family Promise, and in particular Car City, which is occurring this coming Friday at Central Georgia Technical College. Many of you I know understand what Family Promise is about. We help homeless children and their families get back on their feet. So there's two unique aspects. One, we focus on kids, and two, we help them get back on their feet, not just a hand out, but a hand up. How do we do that? Well, we partner with 33 churches and government agencies in Houston County, and in fact, last year, earlier this year, in the spring of this year, the Houston County Board of Education representative counted 265 homeless children going to school in our county. It's a lot more than most people would imagine. We know from national averages that about one more child that's not in school or just not counted, as you can imagine, it's not a very popular thing to raise your hand when people ask you if you're homeless. So we estimate about 500 or over 500 kids in our county that are homeless. Family Promise has been in existence for 3 years now, about 3.5 years. We've had more than 70 children come through. Over 40 families have come through our program. I'm happy to report that about 90% of the adults had income when they left our program. And about 85% were able to move back into their own self-sustainable home. And so we think we have a great program and we're doing good in the community. We'd love to invite each and every one of you out to Car City this coming Friday at 5 p.m. at Central Georgia Technical College. And we have some handouts that we can provide the folks in the audience. I know the board members have already been provided those. We've got a hometown headliner lineup. First of all, last year's Georgia Teacher of the Year, Amanda Milner from right here, is going to be our Master of Ceremonies. And we have 5 of our local pageant winners coming out. Many of the names that you'll recognize, they're all going to perform on stage for us. We have a couple of bands, including Destined for Greatness, a gospel, a really upbeat gospel band, as well as a barbershop quartet from Middle Georgia, a barbershop chorus. There's about 15 of these gentlemen who come out and make harmony. It's beautiful. And then our 2 real big headliners, Colby D, coming down from Nashville, is going to sing and spend the night with us. And Jared Leland, previously known as Jared Gore. He's currently an actor on set at Spider-Man, has performed in Walking Dead and several other of the Marvel movies. And so we're excited to have him here as well. Both of those hometown headliners are going to spend the night with us. You don't have to spend the night. The event is designed as experience homelessness for one night. But just come on out, enjoy the entertainment, and if you can find a few extra nickels, throw them our way, and we'd appreciate the donation. So you're all welcome to join us. We had planned to do a Dunk the Superintendent event, We don't know if that's going to work. We had a challenge going with the mayors, the county commissioner, and Dr. Scott. The weather is a little iffy, but we'll let you know on Friday if that's going to. You can identify a substitute. You've only got a few thousand kids to choose from, or a member of the board right here. So anyway, Dr. the superintendent, if it works out, it's all for a great cause, and we appreciate your support. Any questions? Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir. Next, we will have introduced sharks at this time, and we have several of the guests to follow. I have a few words I want to share with you, and then we'll have the introduction of each individual team member. We're very proud to recognize our Houston County Varsity Sharks once again for winning another state championship. Most recently, they won the 2016 State Wheelchair Football Championship, which was their third state championship this past school year alone. They have won 17 championships in 8 school years. Great. I encourage you to go out and to support the Sharks whenever you have a chance. They are a tough bunch of athletes, and I mean really, really tough. Currently, their handball season is in place. Would you please introduce your coaches and the students?
And also, we're missing a few since it was at the end of last year. So we had a few that graduated, which we're very proud of. We missed it. This is Kiera Miles. She goes to Veterans High School. She's a senior this year. Miss Jordan Kozlowski from Hope. Chastity Farms from Northside High. Travion Walker from Northside High. Donovan Wade from Northside. Coach Arnett, everybody introduced. Coach Tinsley and Coach Robertson. And also with Coach Robertson, last year we split into 2 teams. Coach Robertson coached the JV, and it was made up mainly of elementary school students. And they played high school students, and they came in third in the state, which we're very proud of. So they're first play.
Thank you.
Got a game Saturday at Mon Air. Starts at 11.
11.
So we want double dip.
Next, we will have our FCCLA National Award. Today, we will be many national award-winning students and teachers as we honor those who won the 2016 Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America National Star Competition. The FCCLA National Leadership Conference was held in July in San Diego, California. Our students were among the top competitors from Georgia who advanced in the national competition, where they were among 4,500 participants in 31 different star events. Students who placed won either gold, silver, or bronze medals based on their mastery of their event category. STARS events support and enhance college and career readiness skills such as leadership, management, and problem-solving skills. Several of our schools won national FCCLA. We'll begin with Monster Creek Middle School. Monster Creek Middle School students won Gold Award. Would advisor Ms. Carly Moore please come forward with your students.
special ed department students who deal with sensory disorders and issues. And so they rallied up their 8th grade classes and our family consumer science class, and they made compression vests and then donated those to those students that have been really helpful for them. And then she competed and won gold. And her father was able to attend with her this summer as I moved on to teaching. But I obviously could not have been the facts teacher or the FCCL advisor without my awesome administration, Dr. Gentry, and of course the parents and Mr. Kenny and Ms. Thomas there at my they've been wonderful, and thank you guys so much for inviting us.
Next, we will have Northside Middle. Northside Middle, FCCLA members brought home gold and 2 silver medals. They were accompanied by their advisor from last year, Ms. Amanda Hayes, who is now at Warner Robins Middle. Would Ms. Hayes please come forward with their students? Please introduce your students and tell us a bit about the competition that they participated in.
Hey, I'm Amanda Hayes. This is Selena Luna and her partner Casey Ruffin. They play silver with Chapter Service Project Portfolio, where they did a can food drive, and went down to Christian Social Ministries and donated cans and learned about that process. Sarah Deloach and her partner Hannah Pollock. Hannah is at an Epic Day trip today, so she's not with us. They did National Programs in Action, where we went and visited a nursing home down the road from our school and worked with residents on a weekly basis. And then Emily Wabluski and her partner Afton Ruffin is also on the SCCLA today. And they did Chapter Service Project Display, where they also visited the nursing home and did exercises with the residents. So I'm very proud of these girls and the support that Northside Middle and the community gave us to help fund our program and to send us to nationals.
Next, we will have Thompson Middle School. 4 students all won National Gold Awards. Ms. Lee Kay is the advisor. Ms. Kay, please come forward with your students. Tell us about your students and their engagement.
Okay, this is Zoe Hancock and Chanel Washington. They're both 8th graders, and they won gold with Chapter Service Project Display. They went to the Macon Rescue Mission and handed out homes back to men, women, and children in the Macon area. Ms. River Stillman and Cadence Hall, they won gold and the highest in the Southern region in Sports Nutrition Junior. So they did theirs over baseball, a baseball player.
The Houston County Career Academy, FCCLA, had 2 students win silver, and one, Anna Grace, has graduated and is on her way to college. Other award winners is here today and is accompanied by Ms. Tanya Wallace. Ms. Wallace, please come forward with Savannah.
chapter service project portfolio, and my mom works at an assisted living for the elderly, and we went to Summer Landing Assisted Living and held a cooking class during National Assisted Living Week for the elderly residents that live there. We made healthy fruit parfaits because the theme was to nourish the life, mind, body, and soul.
Next, we have Houston County High School students. We have 12 of them. They won national awards. Their advisor is Ms. Shonda McFadden. Mrs. McFadden, please come forward with your group and then introduce them and tell us about their participation. Also, Ms. McFadden was recognized at the FCCLA National Conference as a Master Advisor. Please introduce your students to us.
All right, we have with us today Deacon McFadden, and Deacon was elected to serve as National Vice President of Programs for FCCLA, so he'll be traveling the country this year representing not only Georgia, but FCCLA at the national level. Next, we have Shweta Patel and Ileana Esquivel. They were partners, and they received a gold medal in their project, which was chapter and review display. Next is Abby Brown. Abby was our early childhood education competitor, and she received a silver medal at nationals. Corey Calvert received gold with chapter and review display. Her two partners have graduated and moved on to college, so she's here today representing them. Nakia Shetty and Elizabeth Deal participated in Environmental Ambassador Project, and they received gold at nationals. Isabella Trout, she is here today without her partner. She was also a senior and graduated, and Isabella competed in chapter interview portfolio and received a silver medal at nationals. And then we have Desiree Singleton. Desiree served as a voting delegate for Georgia FCCLA while we were at nationals, and she, along with Abby Brown and Shweta Patel, they also were on our knowledge bowl team that represent Georgia at the Life Starts Knowledge Bowl during nationals, and they placed 8th in the nation in that competition. We're just happy that y'all have us here today, and thank you so much for Houston County High School and our administration and their support as well.
We also have one of our high school students who were winners, and they're not here today, but we wanted to recognize them. They won silver. Both students have graduated and are now with us today, but we want to recognize them anyway. Congratulations to their advisor, Ms. Stephanie Johnson, and her student, Andrea Minix and Dalton Scott. Let's give them a hand. Now on to the other agenda items. We reviewed the consent agenda last night, and no action is required. Ms. Helen Hughes, if you would give a motion on to adopt the agenda.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
It has been motioned and seconded that we adopt the agenda as presented. Any comment or question? All in favor of the motion, please show right hand. Thank you very much. The minutes, please.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
It has been motioned and seconded that we approve the previous meeting minutes as presented. All in favor of the motion, please show right hand. Thank you. Our board member comments. We'll start with Ms. Hughes.
Okay, welcome to everyone. It's always great to see and hear about all of the great things and the accomplishments that are taking place in our school system. Thanks in particular to Dr. Reiser and his COCO staff last night for the hospitality and the wonderful goodie bag. Got home, it was like opening a birthday gift or something, so it was filled with lots of nice surprises. So thanks for all that you do to make COCO a shining star in our school system. Fall, of course, has not officially arrived on their calendar, but fall football has started. So I know a lot of you are going out to local games, and there's college games, and there's the NFL. I even have my fantasy football team. I'm 1-0. So enjoy cheering and supporting your favorite team this season. I also had the opportunity to attend the GSBA Large Systems meeting in Atlanta earlier this month with Mr. Wilson and Mr. Cleveland. And this was actually my first time attending this meeting, and I couldn't help but notice a few things. Number one, our Houston County school system is well respected, and its employees are highly regarded across the state, and particularly even among the larger systems, the Atlanta schools. So our opinions are valued, and what we do and how we do things the Houston County way really does matter. There's also a lot of activity taking place among a lot of different committees that are helping to draft and develop Georgia's ESSA, Every Student Succeeds Act plan, which is the replacement for the No Child Left Behind. So there are a lot of people that are working very hard to develop a plan that will meet guidelines and ensure the students in the state of Georgia are ready to learn, ready to live, and ready to lead. There's also a lot of collaboration with the Georgia Department of Education and the local level, and it's taking place, but I also sensed kind of a feeling of being a little overwhelmed, and the magnitude of developing this plan and completing it within the time frame that's been allotted. It reminded me that we often take the education of our students that takes place on a daily basis for granted, and that many, many hours of hard work and planning go into the implementation and learning that takes place in our classrooms. And finally, the outside world often focuses on the negatives of education, but we forget the multitude of positives that take place every day in our schools. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to step out of my Houston County frame of mind and see our system from a larger perspective. I'm proud to be a member of this Board of Education.
Thank you. Ms. Laura, if you would, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Reiser, and all the HUCO bears. We did enjoy a great meal and lots of nice hospitality. And yes, Ms. Helen, we had our ribbon cutting and our inaugural games are in Freedom Field, and it was awesome to be a part of it. It is truly beautiful, and I commend everybody, Scott Hill and everybody that had their hands in that. Thank you for that. And I'm excited for a new school year. Everybody's getting back into the swing of things, and you're right, the weather's not feeling fall, but we're certainly off to a good start. And I'm so proud of all the students and to see your successes that you've already achieved, and we look forward to many more. I did want to share with everybody that we all embrace each other through all of our successes, but a lot of times with successes come trials and hardships, because nobody is immune to trials and tribulations. I wanted to share a quote with you. It's from one of our favorites, Andy Griffith. I firmly believe that in every situation, no matter how difficult, God extends grace greater than hardship, and strength and peace of mind that can lead us to a place higher than where we were before. So here's to a great new school year. Thank you.
Oh.
I may sound like a broken record, but thanks to Dr. Reiser and House and County for a wonderful meal. Like I say, the nice little goodie bag, it was very well appreciated, and we took to good use. I look around at these young people in FCCLA, and until I came to the board, I didn't know a lot about it, but it teaches kids how to be adults and how to grow, and our system is about that. It's about, raising children to be adults and being responsible. And I was real impressed with the young lady from the Career Academy, especially, that just took her own initiative to move forward and go and compete at a higher national level. That's impressive. That's what we're proud as a board to, I believe, to have someone represent us in that way that can just, as my father used to say, take the bull by the horns and move on. And that's, I believe all our schools are that way. And I wouldn't dare, I guess, discriminate against anyone because I believe they are. I believe, I'm proud to be a part of a system that believes in all of our children growing and moving forward and becoming adults. And like Ms. Lori said, again, she kind of stole my thunder, but when we did the ribbon cut, and I intentionally waited to see the state, and I waited 2 or 3 months because I wanted to be kind of shocked and awe when I walked in there, and I'll just be honest with you, it was beyond my expectations. Scott, thank you for what you do, and me and the guy standing next to him, Susan Parker, have been friends a long, long time, and I always say I'm going to recognize it, but our maintenance department, I'm appreciative of our transportation department, all these people that nobody ever gets any accolades, or, we recognize certain things, but it's the behind the scenes people that, it's like being in a movie, you get to see the actor, but you don't know the thousands of people that put time and effort in. And I am appreciative of that. I was part of the maintenance department years ago, and they do a great job. All people do a great job. And I'm appreciative to be a part of this group here. I feel like we have a very good, unique chemistry, and not because of me, but I'm blessed to be a part of it. Thank you for allowing us to be here today.
Thank you. Dave.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also want to express my thanks to Dr. Reiser and the staff at House and County for such a great host last night. And after a long day of school, we appreciate them bearing down and preparing for us last night. We have another great bunch of principals, teachers, and students with us today. More wonderful examples of House and County excellence, and we congratulate you. Congratulations to the Sharks. Their 17th state championship. They're just a championship machine, it seems like, just one after another. For our FCC LA National Award winners and your advisors, thank you for all the hard work you put in to receive those awards, and we appreciate you representing your school and our system so well. Congratulations. There's a lot going on in the system athletically this time of year. Football, softball, volleyball, cheerleading, and maybe some things I don't even know about going on. All our teams are working hard and doing well. We appreciate all our coaches and players for the hard work and time they put in. It's within the power of each of us to make a difference in the lives of children, the children that attend our schools. The people with the best opportunity to make that difference are our teachers. We have a lot of teachers like the one in the little story I want to share with you. This teacher has been teaching for 40 years, and she retired, and they were having a reception for her, and she was asked to share some of her secrets of her success in teaching. There's no secret to it, she said, as she began to speak. On my first day of teaching 40 years ago, I walked into the classroom to find that my students had placed a tack on my chair, put an apple with a worm in it on my desk, and someone had written on the board, "You ain't going to teach us nothing." Since that day, I've always checked the chair before sitting down. Never eaten anything given to me by a student, and made it my special project to see to it that every child in my class learned. You see, within 5 minutes of that first day, I knew that my bottom could stand attack, and my stomach could survive the worm, but I realized that my conscience would never forgive me if I taught them nothing. So thanks to all of our teachers for what you do for our kids every day.
Thank you. As Helen said, as always, the first part of the meeting is always the best. Hearing stories from our principals, about their students, about their teachers is the reason we love the on-board education. I brought one of my childhood friends to the meeting today. I told them, hey, after we talk about the kids, you know what we do, because the rest is boring from there. So, anyhow, FCCLA, I want to say thank you to you guys, as parents, as Board of Education members. We stress grades and those truly are important, but the experiences and the time and dedication that you give to working on the extracurricular activities like FCCLA, or like Dave said, teach you life lessons. We appreciate that. We appreciate the teachers also, especially because we know that you give a lot of not just time that you're working for the school, but like personal time. I know we hear a lot of stories about all the weekends and all the extra time that you give us, and we appreciate that. We want to just let you know that we appreciate that. So Dr. Riser, thank you last night for the tie. It's kind of hard to explain to your son who plays football for Northside why you're wearing a Hogo tie, but I appreciate that. I'll wear this tie every day of the year, but one Friday night, so that it was kind of hard. Dodge and Dr. Peavy and walked in here, I kind of covered it up. I'll be sporting a blue tie next time. And lastly, thank you to Scott Hill and crew and Cecil and crew. And we know that Scott's probably the most laid-back person you've ever known. Something about a $15 million stadium and trying to be open by opening day puts a little pressure on somebody. So we know that you did a good job and appreciate that everybody's working on it. Thanks.
Rick?
I'd like to add my thanks to House County High School and to Dr. Riser for the great supper and the gifts. Ryan, as hard as that time might be to explain, just wait till you pull out that Coco football shirt. I want to add my welcome to all of our guests, to our Teachers of the Year who are present. Thank you for what you do. You are representative of our entire teaching staff. You do a great job and you lead the way, and I thank you for what you do. For our student reps, we're proud of you, and we know that you also represent another large group, your whole student body at your schools. And so we thank you for that, for what you do and for your efforts. To the Sharks and to those who participated in FCCLA, we are proud of you. You make us proud, and we just want to cheer you on. And but thank you for what the good attention that you draw to the House and County. I had a new experience this month in that I've had a lot of participation with House and County and the schools. As a teacher and as a media specialist and as a retiree, now as a board member, but this last month I entered a school as a grandparent, and that was a unique experience. But it makes me very much appreciative of all of our teachers at every level, and what they do and what they accomplish and what they have to put up with. But I just am especially proud to be part of this county and this school system. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to echo the thank yous and thoughts that were voiced today. House and County High, Dr. Riser, thank you all very much for your hospitality on last night. Also, congratulations to all who were recognized FCCLA and other awards winners for our school system. I want to let you know that we have a lot of things going on in our school system that is not known by many. Of course, those who do it know what they're doing and they're the best at it. And I want to say thank you to Ms. Bryson and your team that you put together from Pearl Stevens Elementary, Sidney Watson Primary, and your Board of Education members that came forward and put together a workshop for a tutoring group from First Baptist Church. They put together teaching techniques, the best of the best, and they came and shared those with our tutors who tutor students on an average of about 28 to 30 students every Monday and Thursday. So, Ms. President, we want to thank you for putting that together, and thank you to all the ones who participated, because they taught the latest techniques of how to educate our children in the best way. And so we thank you for doing that. And we have a great partnering group with the school system and the county doing things for our students. And that's what it's all about, helping our students that need help and helping those to excel and go further in what they realize what they're capable of doing. So again, I thank you for helping our students out, helping out our tutors so that they can help the students even better. Thank you again for those resources. Thank you.
Thank you. Just wanted to start it out by saying thank you to the FCCLA advisors and thank you to the students. Beth McLaughlin is our public relations person, and she sends out a lot of emails. And those of you that have an email address know that she tells our story and does a great job of doing that. But when she kept sending me these FCCLA stuff, I was like, wow, did anybody else in the country win any of these awards? It was amazing, and I know that y'all are a force to be reckoned with, and I know that when they see you come and see Houston County coming, that they know the competition is on. So congratulations to you. Our school year is off to a great start. We're growing again. We still feel like that we'll be right at 29,000 students by the October FTE count. We've grown over 400 kids already since last October, and so we continue to grow. And it's much because we live in a community that appreciates and approves of public education and supports what we do. And it's evident by the parents and grandparents who come to support their kids at meetings when we recognize our students. And that's one of the favorite things that we do is recognize our students. We're in our 7th week. We've sent progress reports home for elementary students, and for you middle school and high school students that are here, I hate to tell you, but those are going home tomorrow. And so you will be getting your progress reports then. All of our activities are going, and I just realized when we were talking about how fast the year was going by and talking about football, this week is the middle of the regular season for football. It's week 5 for our team, so it's amazing that that's already at that time. Our schools are preparing for other extracurricular activities. Already been mentioned that there's a lot of things going on. We've got a one-act plays coming up in October. That's always a great time. And if you have an opportunity to get out and see those Region 1-act plays, you won't regret doing so. It's already been mentioned that we had Freedom Field, and that was a group effort. We appreciate all of our people, Scott, Cecil, and their staff, and the partnership that we have with our construction management parish. They respond to our needs, our questions. It takes a lot to get to that process of realizing the fruits of it. We're very proud of that facility, and we also want to say thank you to our school board sponsors, Custom Homes by Jeff, Low Toyota, Parish Construction, and Reeves Entertainment Complex. And we are using those sponsors so that we don't have to use taxpayer money to maintain and upkeep some of that equipment and stuff that's installed at that site. And so we're very proud of that partnership as well. We also kicked off our United Way campaign, and our goal is just over $73,000 for this year. That's a little increase over last year's. Houston County School System is one of the largest contributors to United Way in Houston County, and that is mainly from our employees and our schools. And so we're very proud of that, and we encourage our schools to continue to participate in United Way. We get all the money and then some that we donate. When I say that, Houston County as a whole receives more money from United Way than our county as a whole donates to United Way. So we're not a community that donates to another community. We're benefiting from United Way resources, and a lot of those are educational-based resources, so we appreciate that. Also on Sunday, we've got our 8th annual Teacher Hall of Fame ceremony at 2:30 here in the boardroom. And we're proud to induct 4 new members, Ms. Debbie Dean, Mrs. Brenda Littlefield, Mr. E.C. Warnock, and Mr. Elijah Witherspoon. And so we'll be doing that on Sunday. A great event. I hope you're able to attend that event. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just a couple more items on the agenda. We now need to take action on our financial report. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the June 2016 and July 2016 financial reports as presented last night.
Second.
We have a motion and second that we approve the financial report that was presented to us last night. Any comments or questions? All you. Our personnel report.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve the personnel report as presented last night.
It has been motioned and seconded that we approve the personnel report as presented on last night. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you. The next item on the agenda will be under new business, the GSBA exemplary report application. Dr. Scott, comments on that?
No, so we go ahead and approve that application as presented. Anybody that has not completed that will talk with us more afterwards.
Lori?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the GSBA exemplary board application as presented.
Second.
It has been motioned and seconded that we approve the GSBA exemplary board application as presented. Any comments or questions? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you very much. And the digital personnel report. Right.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve as presented the purchase of services provided by Rico and Soft Talks to convert paper files to electronic format. Second.
It's been motioned and seconded that we approve the digitized personnel report as presented to us on last evening. Any comments or questions? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you very much. I believe those are, no, we have one other action item, excuse me, the outer zone request. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the out-of-zone request for students JS 9th grade and students JS in 12th grade be denied.
Second.
It has been motioned and seconded that we deny the outer zone request for students JS 9th grade and JS 12th grade as presented to us. Any further comments or questions? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you very much. I believe those are all the action items that we have on our agenda. Any further comment from anyone? If not, can I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Motion and second that we adjourn at this time.